Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here, Make a Wish. Back to bring you another sprinkle. I apologize, my good friends. I know it's been some time. I told you I was start doing some things, but unfortunately, some life situations came up. I had to reprioritize myself for a second. But don't worry though, I'm back, and this one, as you start to find out here soon, the sprinkle is going to be a rainfall or torrential downpour sometime in the near future. But this year, we're starting back up because I actually refreshed myself by rewatching this about a month and a half ago. I'm just not getting to recording this now, okay? So I apologize for that. Everything's still mostly fresh in my mind, so we're gonna get here and start talking about this, alright? So, as I said, we're going to be talking about the sprinkle with astrology. And today, we're talking about Stranger Things, Season 1. Okay, I'm actually going to go through the entire show because I want to get recaught back up with things I forgot about because it's been so much time. I have to get to Season 4, Season 5, whichever one's coming out soon. So, I want to rewatch that and get you guys back and refresh with this to give you some of that stuff to think about. In case you haven't watched it yet, you can actually watch it with this mindset going into it, like, I can see that. Or go back and watch it, like, I do see that. Well, this guy's talking out of his ass. I don't even know what he's talking about when I say this stuff. So, all that good jive and jazz. So, like I said, we're about to get to the Stranger Things Season 1 episode. Season 1 season. Maybe we talk further about this a little bit. But before we get started, let me just bring it to you guys' attention. We are about to hit the holiday season, and the store, which I'm going to link down below, houseofaquariuspodcast.com. You can buy this shirt and all the signs. This design, I love the design. I got a couple items. Go check it out. Like I said, link down in the description below. Check it out. All right. So I'm going to make my slide adjustment over here and bring up the screen. Check it out, guys. Let's see what we got. Boom, 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 boom. That, we call that, what was that show? Blue's Clues. Dun, 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 dun. Man, mine slipped right there. Alright, so now, as you can see, first let me get that right there at the top there. Stranger Things Season 1 tier list, alright? As you go down, if you watch that Little Mermaid one that I did a while back, you can see some of the similarities here. Which we have all of our signs here, color coordinated, alright? The red for our fire signs, the yellowish desert sand looking thing for our earth signs, the light sky bluish thing for our air signs, and this nice deep sea blue, I guess we're gonna go with that. Let's go with that, alright? For all our water signs. So make things nice and easy. As you know from last time, if you're new to it, we have all of our culprits down here at the bottom below. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the order here because that's a lot. But I got most of the main characters here, okay? Most of the main characters from Season 1. I'm sorry. All the main characters from Season 1. Not all the characters, because there are a bunch of minor characters that may or may not actually have any kind of true value here in Season 1 to get started, or there was not enough information portrayed by them to me to give a proper dialysis in regards to what sign it could possibly be. So, let's get into this. I'm going to go to the main characters, I'm going to go down the list, you know what I mean? I already know. See, the problem here, for me, I didn't put this in this order. If I'm looking at it, crap, I gotta take this into consideration for next time. I think that they went in alphabetical order by the titles I gave to the people. Not the title, but the title I gave for the file. That sucks, kind of. Well, I mean, do you want to go alphabetical order? Nah, I don't know. you know what? F it. We're sticking with it. We're going with it. Okay, so like I said, as you look down here, we are all over main cast, all good job and jazz. So let's start it off. In case you guys forgot, because if you watched season 1 a couple of years back when it first came out, so many people might you have forgotten about. Because I know I have. That's what I like doing when I go back and watch things. I like to watch things again at some point in time because I like to forget about things. And be like, oh yeah, this happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But there's a lot of things that happened in season 1 that I actually forgot about entirely. So, starting off here, our good friend Barb. Like, that sucks. What's her name? Barb Holland? Let me look at my notes real quick for her name. Bam! Barbara Holland. Alright. She was playing the role here of the good friend of our true heroine here, Nancy. Alright. And from everything that has happened in the show, right? Let me just grab her, float around a little bit. Everything that has happened, her character in the show, right? She's mostly a pretty good friend. She like to stay quiet, stick to herself. But more often now, she like to kind of interject with her own thoughts and feelings about what's going on, and it was consistently kind of not really judging, but give her insight, her thoughts about what Nancy could be or should be doing with herself and her actions going on. There's a couple scenes she was in, and the main prominent scene is her last real scene in the show. Oh, spoiler alert if you didn't see it, but is it really spoiler though when it's like 6 years old now? Actually, with that question, guys. Actually, answer that down in the comment below, because I'm kind of curious. Alright, so, like I said, all that job being said, I was thinking for a little bit, because she actually has 2 traits for me that really came to mind. Just to double check. Eyeballs. I ain't put that in order. That sucks. Excuse me. Oh, see, I'm glad I checked this out because I kind of forgot. I had this one. So my first initial thoughts, I was leaning back and forth between Cancerian type, you know what I'm saying? Our good friend Cancer, because she was a good homie, always there for her friend, you know what I'm saying? Because every scene she was in, she was only ever there with her friend. Very key, prominent thought. But it also leads to potentially a Pisces, alright? Potentially a Pisces. Cancer here, the Cancerian trait. Oh yeah, sorry, what else though? I also consider Virgo. And then the last one I put on my paper, in my notes, was Libra. I forgot, I even thought about that. So, quick analysis here. So, like I said, she's always there for her friends, always try to do her thing. So, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Pisces, alright? One thing she's always probably trying to do was she was trying to stay away and keep her circle very small. Red Cancerian trait, alright? Which also goes against the Libra kind of to some degree. Actually, it's funny why I put the Libra there. That's kind of a big turn off for that. Kind of. And then the Pisces, like I said, for the Pisces thought, it's interesting. Pisces are very good friendly people, but they like to try to keep their circle small too. Alright, so, man, I want to kick Libra out already. Alright, so, Cancer, Virgo, Libra. Now, this is where things get involved. Like I said, every time though, she's always involved with Nancy. She's always being a good tag-along friend. And we're trying to give her best advice. And not try to be willing to go with doing what she wanted to do. Which kind of takes away from Pisces. Not saying that Pisces aren't willing to go do things other people do, but typically Pisces are the sign to be the one to bend and mold around what the other person wants. And be there for them at that time, you know? Whereas every time that just happened here, she was always resistant and try not to do anything, which will lead more towards the Cancer's Virgo side. Now, the Cancer though, Barb never showed any real anger, animosity that was where the Libra came from, in regards to being around the situation with the people that she wanted to be with. She let new people into her group, kind of, which is also a non-Cancer trait, and she was always very critical of them. But actually, everything could come back to that Virgo part. So, like I said, that's where the Libra came in. But the Libra thing, she wasn't really trying to be down with the crew. So that takes away from that. Mother-like, trying to do the best for her thing, and then she tried to. That last scene, like I said, she was there with her homies, and she ended up doing things that she didn't want to do to try and fit in with the crew. But she didn't want to do that either. And ended up hurting herself. She wanted to go nurse herself and take care of herself by herself. That, again, that's how leads more to revert on Pisces. Not really sulking. Oh, the sulking part. Ah, that's Cancer too, man. Because the last scene that she was really in prominently, she was upset after trying to get Nancy to leave again and not having success, but she didn't want to back away. So she went outside and just internalized everything, just try to think and figure things out, and then wow, she got snatched up. So wow, I'm gonna put her here. I think I'm gonna put her in a Virgo. And everything that happened right there, it all seems more Virgo-like, in my personal opinion. She's always trying to look out what's best for Nancy by giving her advice and input about how to better herself. That's the number one thing that really caught my attention with the scene with Barbie. She's always there for Nancy, not willing to leave, but she also puts herself towards the chaos and the danger. She kept flirting right around it, which is a very Virgoian thing. If you don't believe, if you don't agree with that, let me know down in the comments below there, Virgos. Because I got a good feeling that I might be right there. Alright, so yeah, she lands in the Virgo category, which is nice because I got another Virgo there. Alright, now this one, very short scene type stuff. Alright, very short scene. You have a whole bunch of action or time on the camera. Excuse me. However, our good friend Benny Hammond? Alright, notes. I'll look at notes real quick for his name. Yeah, bingo. Benny Hammond, alright? So his situation, he was the restaurant owner, doing his thing, tending to his customers, you know, the laughs and giggles and the jokes and good stuff. And our good friend, L, comes in the back and comes and, you know, robs a man blind for his food that he did for the people. And so he chased her down. Like, yo, what are you doing? Stop doing what you're doing. Stop stealing from me. And then she looked really hungry. He said, man, you look hungry. I kind of feel bad for you. Man, let me help take care of you. So automatically, that from the very beginning. It goes into 3 categories. Cancer, boop, Virgo, Pisces. Alright? Now, I'm going to quick cut this one off so not to be too long with this one because it's short time either, so I'm not going to really talk about this guy. And this one, Virgo, he was never really trying to do anything too extra prominent in regards to helping to fix her life. He wanted to help put her in a better place. Help take care of her situation, call some numbers, get things out of her hair, which can lead toward a Cancerian or a Pisces situation. That's why I take the Virgo out right away. Now, like I said, not too much information on this one, but he has 2 prominent scenes. Catching a girl and then getting help. Actually, no, that's one scene. Cancer here is not a very trustworthy, or not trustworthy, a trusting sign. And to go out of your way to help someone that you don't know too much like that, not saying it's not possible, not true, but in this situation, may not be the case. May not be the case. In the situation, the kid coming in, stealing your stuff, you know, business restaurant, people showing things, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard to really to justify this out loud on camera, saying Cancer can't do that. But I am right now. And I'm throwing this guy, I'm going to cut him off real quick and throw him right in a Pisces situation. Alright? This guy, Pisces, he was here, like I said, very small amount of screen time. He did a whole bunch of trying his best to get information out of the girl, and couldn't get the information out of the girl. So he tried to feed the girl and give her something more, take care of her. And then comes the kicker. He has the people come in, which is our girlfriend Connie. She was there, and she came to escort the girl out. Right, very trusting. Again, that's the biggest deciding factor in regards to not being a Cancer. Rephrase that. Yes, not being a Cancer, because the fact that it's not being easy to trust someone coming in as a stranger. Whereas our girlfriend Pisces, more prone to do that kind of stuff. Pisces is known for being one of the signs that like to go above and beyond to help people out that they feel are in danger or in need, even beyond their own well-being. Which in this case here, our good friend Benny got shot in the back of the head. That's pretty extreme for someone else, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he planned that, but that's what happened, alright? Spoiler alert. Alright. So our good friend Benny Benny the Butcher. He's going under Pisces. Alright? This one here, our good friend. Oh, I can't really see it too good in this guy. On the screen here, and that headshot. Headshot. Half headshot. So this one here, this is our good friend Martin Brenner. Martin Brenner is the big bad scientist guy, which in this season 1, they don't really get too far into him, but he has a big prominent role as antagonist. The guy in charge of the running around with the Hawkins lab stuff, right? And doing all the dastardly things. Our big antagonist there, right? So, our good friend Martin Brenner, Papa as well. Yeah, he was called that in the show, in this season. Papa, Papi, Dad. This one, I say he's a very, very by the books guy, very practical, trying to get everything running the way he wanted, okay? He has a lot of scenes where he was being, very wrongly doing to keep the children in line that he's being the dad for. Alright? They all love him. He's very coldly affectionate. That's the best way to put it. Coldly affectionate in I use this word because people take it way out of context at times. In a very manipulative kind of way. And if you're listening to what I'm saying, there are a couple key words that I said. The biggest one is affectionate. And who is the most affectionate sign in the zodiac? By description, our good friend Taurus. Alright? So, I'm going to actually put him here. I'm not going to go too much into any other sign consideration, because sucks actually bringing him this later on. I think season 3, season 4, and I came back to season 1. I can definitely see everything like this. Unfortunately, Taurus is one of the signs that has a negative connotation for being manipulative in a way to get their way, and not to seem wrong, but to get their way going the way they want to go. In a not really indirect way, but a sublime way. Like, it's not as, what's the best way to say it? Man. No matter how I say it, it sounds so wrong and dirty. But Taurus is a sign that is synonymous with emotional manipulation and control. That sounds so dirty saying that out loud. Hope you guys don't burn me for this one, because it's unfortunate that's something that could happen to come with the sun sign there. Sun sign only, of course, as always. But yeah. Because he's not a sweet talker. He's not a fast talker. He's not Gemini talkers. Like, because Gemini is also known for being persuasively controlling through manipulation. Aquarius is a sign also known for being very manipulative. But I won't say really emotionally, because Aquarius is a sign that kind of lacks emotion. And that kind of, it's more logical manipulation than emotional. You know what I'm saying? So, if you kind of weigh what I'm seeing here with this, I can't really get too far into describing his full Taurusness, because you see, I mean, very, very straightforward, always constantly going towards his goal, which is getting back the girl, 11, back into order, back into her stable area, because, you know, she's a baby. She's his baby. So, plotting for it, trying to get that goal completed. And he didn't get the goal completed here, but if you stay tuned for next season, you might find something happening, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to leave it at that one, though. That's enough. Taurus for Dr. Mark Brenner. Nah, I can see it. I do like that pick. Let you know down in the comments below. Alright, who's up next? Oh man, I got a long list. And man, my time is getting shorter before my son comes home. Older son comes home. I gotta tell him to stay outside for a little bit. Alright, this guy. Now, this one here, unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I really didn't want to give him a full analysis here because it didn't really give me too much to feed off of for our Officer Callahan. Officer Phil Callahan, alright? So, what did I put him at? Did I even give him anything? Let me check the notes. Eyeballs. Crap. I didn't get the notes. He's actually one that I was really unsure of. The biggest thing is that he has for him, for all the scenes he had, was mostly he seemed gullible and or naive, and he takes a lot of people's words for face value, and for the most part, he likes to push the personal boundaries of people in regards to, because every time there was a potential of someone having sex or could be having sex, he mentioned it and pushed it and threw it out there just like that, you know. So, because it's really hard to put this guy in. Like, he's definitely a follower type, which, as I do my dissection, forgive me if your sign comes up and it sounds so bad. You're definitely not a leader type, so you want to be a Leo-ish, not off the grip. You might be a Capricorn-ish. You're not just following orders, per se. Yeah, Capricorn, per se. Kind of awkward socially, to some degree. And saying things that... Did he have dry humor? I gotta think about this. That might be the case. I might have to throw him a Capricorn here. Because he's definitely not air sign-ish. He's definitely not fire sign-ish. I think possibly Aries, because the fact that, like I said, he says a lot of things up front. Not up front, but like, because he's thinking them. But he's not really a doer. Like I said, that's the biggest thing. I don't. Very gullible. Takes people's comments for face value. It could be Gemini, but I really think it might be Capricorn. Might be the answer for him. I might be Capricorn. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with for the past 2 months. I've been thinking about this kind of. So I don't want to just give him nowhere, but right now I'm gonna put him Capricorn for season 1. I'm throwing the Capricorn because that seems like the most fitting with my little description I said right there. Blah! Capricorn, that guy. And so if you guys have any other comments after this, let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to hear your input on this, because hopefully as I watch season 2, season 3, season 4, where he has a little more prominent roles, I actually get a little more information from him. I can put him in a better spot, and that will change from season 1 to season 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying? So they follow me up. Stay tuned for the 2 and 3, because actually I'm going to start watching that probably tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I don't binge watch though. I got a lot of things I got to do. A lot of guys, a lot of things to do. Bam. Next person. Our good friend Carol. What's her last name? Notes. We got notes for a reason, guys. Eyeballs. Carol Perkins. Alright? Carol Perkins. Okay. Same situation with Bart. You only ever saw Carol with her boyfriend. I was about to say Steve. What's the name? T starts with a T. I gotta look it up. Tommy. Tommy. Alright, so always ever with a scene with Tommy. And the only other person you see in the scene with Tommy and her would be Steve. Alright? So, he's always about the crew, or about the people. So, that alone. But she didn't really have too much actual words. And look at her look, though. She looks kind of like flamboyant-ish. Not flamboyant, but, you know. I love it. I love it. I hate it. Basic, like Libra girls. That's how I definitely have a thought head for Libra. It's a look. It's just a look. You see, you gotta keep looking and thinking more about the stuff. Libra seem to have a common look. I personally feel what my personal experience is. I'm like, yeah, I think she's a Libra. Bingo. The other one though, and it works great in groups or with relationships, is Libra and Pisces. Those are the main two here. Where the only thing, like I can say, a Scorpio will be a consideration because she's very passionate about her man, and then Aries would be a question too. But Aries would be thrown out this picture because she's not as forward and outwardly spoken. She's more of a cis character. So like, you know, when they play volleyball, they go bump, set, spike. Yeah, bump, set, spike. She was not the bumper. But the person stopping the ball coming in, she was always the person who set it up. And just like added fuel to the flames. Added logs to the wood burning, you know what I'm saying? She was never the person that could do anything herself. So taking away that logic, she was never the starter. So by Aries there. So all fire signs are going right there. What I say though? What else I say? Pisces, a Libra. Okay, so she conformed. See, that's the thing. I can't really think about her being Pisces solely because she didn't conform. She was. We don't have any back history on her to say that she would change her character when she started being with Tommy. So unfortunately, I can't swing that towards there, but I can swing it towards Libra though. Because Libra by itself, like I said, she would always add an extra oomph in there, and she was always very, very, very strongly dependent upon Steve being there. Not Steve, Tommy being there, and doing what Tommy doing, she was down for doing. So that's where the Pisces part came in. She's down for the clown, Charlie Brown. Libra though, she's about the relationships, about assisting, about support, about helping. Ooh, bingo! That was the big key one. The last scene that she was really in, that was when Tommy and Steve were getting into the argument after he got beat up by Jonathon, right? Oh yeah, spoiler alert. And so, when things started getting a little heated up and riled up between Steve and Tommy, our good friend Carol interjected. But the biggest thing that said, yo, I'm a Libra. She's like, yo, Tommy, I know you guys were gonna fight rough him up because you're showing your flames kicking open this guy. But Steve had enough. We don't need this conflict going on right now. Please, please, please. Guys, keep the peace. Libra. That comes right there. She's down to support her man, down for the team, but she doesn't like conflict. Even when they were fighting in the street, like she wasn't like egging them or anything like that. She was kind of staying back, kind of sits there. Actually, I'll go back and rewatch that scene now. Now I'm seeing it out loud, but I don't know if she's interjected at all towards Nancy. I don't know. But the last scene though, sealed it for me. Sorry, man. Like I said, Libra is a good friend Carol. Her name Carol? Yeah. Alright, next one. Whoops, that was too far with school. Alright. Alright, now. Ooh. This one. This person here, our good friend Connie Frazier, she didn't have She had very big, strong key roles, but she had very, very limited screen time. All right, I think she's on like 4 scenes, maybe. First scene is where she came in and she headshot a man, bending in the back, right? But she came in, posed as a social worker, right? Connie's biggest thing in this, her part in the show, she was basically taking herself and filling a role, filling herself in an active position to persuade and deceive and to gain the trust of somebody. You get information out of them. All that being said, they're like, I can't just like really nothing else here that screams, hey, I'm a chameleon. I can say and do things. Because even though you may want to say that she might have been scripted, but a lot of things there, everything was happening in real time. And she wasn't pausing or hesitating, and she was just very quick to retort. They actually dropped information. So with that being said, our good friend Gemini, it's nothing else that screams, I'm gathering information, I can fit the roles as I need to, I can be very quick and think on the fly, and I control the situation through deception. Gemini. Sounding bad, but yo, I can't cut that any way else other. She played her part role well, and everything she was moving, she's gaining information, as our good friend Geminis are know we're doing. Walking the party, talking to people, just extracting everything you want and need. You know what I'm saying? All right, so our good friend, Dustin Henderson. He is the proverbial kid that everyone loves. He has that smile that just puts you in the right spot, you know. Cutie boy. I hate saying cute, but I'm a guy talking about other kids. But sorry, there's no way that anyone can deny that case, that face right there. Cute. Alright. I don't know how old he is now, like 22, something like that. You can fight me if you want, I don't care. Say less. Alright, so the number one thing that we have here, our crew of kids, is that this good kid here was one of the initiators. She always had that spunk, that fire. She's always quick saying things, always trying to do things, and always had an answer for everything while being extremely intelligent and very wise. Love that in this kid. Love a young me, you know what I'm saying? But trying to think. Those kind of things. Like I said, my first thing was fire. He's a leader. He's a leader type. Doing something that provokes. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Our first big things. Aries, no. Because he was very, 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 very well thought out. And nothing against saying Aries are stupid or anything like that, or whatever, but sun sign only here, Aries is this kind of sign that's known to do things first and think about it as their, you know, parachute is being made in the air kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about Leo that's wrong here, but I don't feel he's really Leo enough. So this kid, the biggest thing about him, nothing saying about that, because his biggest thing is he was very, very smart and very, very quick. I always had a good story and or a good logic behind what thing he was saying. And that's very, very Sagittarius trait. Very, very Sagittarius trait there. Quick on his feet, ready to move, ready to do things. And aside from when he was first dealing with 11 coming to a situation, he was open to seeing the best in people and trying to do things right. Always being optimistic. That's the biggest differentiator between him being a Sag and him being a Leo. That's the biggest differentiator. And yes, I definitely put this kid in the Sagittarius life. Who this here? Oh. I like, what boy is this? So our good friend 11, alright? I mean, I ain't got really do much backstory on her. You know, she's the weird kid, throwing out the psychic powers, socially awkward, doesn't quite fit in with anyone at any point in time, and she's always going against the grain. Not by choice, because she has to. And everything there, like, I'm not going to be around the bush. There's like no one here that screams, I'm an odd person. I don't belong anywhere I go, because everything I do is so not me, not what I'm supposed to believe in. And then, as you see by the end of the season, she's like, you know what? I like you guys. I'm gonna do my thing. After she finally gets her friends, starts really trusting people, starts filling in with some people. She feels opened up, and then she said, you know what? Let me go save the world. I mean, what can you say? I live in Aquarius. I'll just give her one of these shirts too, for, you know, because wear that in the show next time. You love it, girl. It just. Also, you're weird. Aquarius. Alright, our good friend. Oh man. Mr. What's the first name? I forgot. Notes. Jim Hopper. Sheriff Chief, doing his big old loving responsibility thing. The way he's working is like, I guess it's from the later seasons too, and then I try to bring that same thought process to this one, and yeah, still fits like a glove. Very, very, very perceptive. Very, very, very observational. Like, he sees, notices every little small thing, and then he puts pieces together easily. He thinks about everything. He's always collecting the data and adding it to that. Thus, he doesn't miss these small evidence tricks or traits or broken sticks or whatever. And now comes down to 2 signs: Virgo, Scorpio. Now, to not waste too much time here with my analysis. No. Nothing here displays a potential of being Virgo in regard to the characteristic traits. But it does scream Scorpio. Very passionate about making sure everything is done the way it needs to be done. Because of the fact that he lost his daughter previously, he found more passion to drive his lust and motivation to help bring Will back. This guy, Scorpio, through and through. Just like, you can't argue that. If you don't argue that, try me down in the comments below. I will hit you with that information and make you question that. You'll be like, you know what? You're right. You're right, Rick. You're right. Jonathon. Good old Jonathon. Our resident creeper. Resident creeper Jonathon. Man. He has a very strong role in this situation, right? A lot of his key scenes. Like, I don't really think there's a scene. Nah, there was a scene. Aside from being creeper, his biggest telltale scenes that he had always had to do with one thing. Always hoping to care for someone else. Always constantly trying to make sure that someone was in a good spot. Always trying to make someone feel good about their emotions. Always trying to take care of someone else's situation. Always going above and beyond. But nothing was too prominent to where it got up to a hurt in season 1. But he cared. He cared a bunch. Kept to himself. A brooder. Thinking heavy about himself. And emotional. Very emotional. He cried twice in the show? In the season? Once or twice. I don't know. But either way, they said always put other people before him. And that's why we go down straight to two Pisces. Two Pisces in Stranger Things so far. Jonathon is a really good guy, always looking out for his brother Will, being a great big brother, looking out for his mom, stepping up at the father-like role in the situation. And then the person he felt was hurting this family, he tried to push them away as hard as possible. Our good friend, his dad, Lonnie. We'll get to that. And then he went to go find Lonnie when he thought that it could help bring some of those back, which could potentially cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and then just go watch either one. You remember, you see what I'm saying. You will see what I'm saying here, right? We have here. Oh, speaking of which, Lonnie. Good old Lonnie Byers, alright? So, he didn't have too many scenes here. For the most part, they talked about him a lot, but they didn't actually show him until he actually showed him. Which, when I first watched season 1, I didn't expect him to be in it. But then they brought him in. He was doing his thing. His story is he's really very controlling, very, not controlling, demanding of his family. He didn't like the choices that Will made, or Jonathon was making. He forced Jonathon to go kill what's that, deer or something, a rabbit, and then Jonathon cried for a week, and they may have called him names and made fun of him for that kind of stuff. Now I'm not saying that there's no sign it could be like that, but number one thing though that's going to be prominent for this is that he left his family. And leaving families is also known as ghosting. And the signs for ghosting is our good friend Gemini, Libra too as well, but not so much in situation. This Libra situation, and this man here, he left his family to go do his own thing, and then pick someone else up. On Aquarius. And the difference between Gemini and Aquarius here is that Aquarius known for ghosting, but Aquarius has a stronger knack for being stickler for not leaving the relationship. Not because they don't like it, but because of something that causes them to break up. Because Aquarius is a fixed sign. Stubborn fixed sign. Of course, because fixed. But the fact is, they're not known for to be the ones to leave. They may cause something to happen so they break up, but not be the ones to leave. And that's a good question. That's a good question. In my head, would Aquarius be the one to actually be condescending to their own kid? Because I don't recall if they had a flashback scene or not. But I was thinking that he would be Gemini. But that'd be a question. He could be in a boat for Aquarius. But I'm going to need to put this one in Gemini. Actually get some more information to validate that Aquariusness. That could be potential. So I'm going to leave that one there for now. Alright, so now we have our good friend Lucas. Lucas. Alright. This guy, great strong friend. Really cherishes his friends. Always close, known for going above and beyond for them. Doing what he can for his homies. Because, that's what he do. But he is also a huge fire in this kid, alright? Huge fire. He caused part of the dilemma in regards to the separation of the crew into two parts. From him and Dustin leaving to go find Will, and 11 and Mike for their dynamic. he cut that off. The reason why I cut that off is because he seemed to be more emotionally hurt because he thought that the new person coming in, 11, was not there for the team like he wanted them to be there for the team. So in that regard, that's not an Aries thing. Aries tends to blow up and forgive things and let things go. He wasn't the one letting things go. He was the one sulking and keeping his anger on the forefront because he felt that he was betrayed. And that one goes more to Leo. Great guy, great kid. He was very generous, always doing things for his friends, you know what I'm saying? This everything I'm saying there sounds very Leo-like. Because if I go to other signs, they don't have that spark. That spark to feel betrayed by someone, and the spark to go find someone else. Because they're looking for will, and they want to go do it by himself. Because he felt that he could do it better away from everyone else to try and take care of this thing. So he's going above and beyond for his homie. That is a very Leo thing. Remember that, people. Don't always think that Leos are just bad people, because Leos are great people. Love my Leos. Now, other part of the party. Our good friend Mike Wheeler. Mike Wheeler. Ah, man. I gotta think for this one, because I have him in my notes. I want to look down my notes, but what the hell am I at, though? Because he wasn't nothing earthy. That was number one. He wasn't earthy. Mike. The things that made me think about Mike with him. Charlie Horse. Oh boy, I'm too fighting through this. But I'm going to try my best to continue this conversation going through the page right now. Hope you guys enjoy this, because oh boy, this is tearing me up. So, our good friend Mike. Number one thing with Mike is that he was the host doing this thing. He had his friends come over to his house, and he tried to take care of his friends as best way he can. And then they go and try to find Will. He is always the one pushing toward trying to find more Will, because he wanted Will back. So that right there leads to a Cancerian thing. Oh, my legs really hurt. Very Cancerian thing, trying to keep his circle small, take care of people who's there. Could be a Scorpio thing. But actually, I never put Scorpio on the table there. Simply because none of the telltale signs of a Scorpio did he portray. But the number one thing he did portray, though, was Pisces. Our good friend Mike. I'm not going to beat around the bush for the cancel Pisces talk. Mike is a Pisces. He fell so far in love with this girl. Oh, my thighs, she hurt so much. He fell so far in love with this girl. So his relationship thing just burning through it, like just popping through it. So he had to take care of this girl, and he said, I don't know you at all. I found you walk around wild in the wet, trade go by yourself, give you clothes, I give you shelter, live in my basement while I'm at school, while I'm sleeping, my whole family's here, and I'm gonna leave and trust you to be here. We're a wild girl. Man, this dice would kill me. But and then he made sure that the rest of the crew got her into the circle. And then you find out that she actually had the powers, and she able to locate Will. And then while the team was breaking up, he was trying so hard desperately to keep everyone together. Our good friend Will. Oh, sorry. Our good friend Mike. He is the one that's trying to be the glue to take care of all sides of the party. I mean, yeah, they had a little breakup with Lucas, but why should do that? And then they fixed their stuff. He was the one who put the hand out to bring the olive branch. They want to get better. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Yeah. I can't fight you one too much more. This is Mike is the Pisces. Public appear. Oh, we are almost done for a list here. We're getting down. Ooh. Karen Wheeler, Mike's mom. Right? And we come to typical situation for any story time. Sorry, any story time situation for moms and movies. They tend to fall under two signs: Cancer, the mother of the zodiac, or Virgo, the nursing mother of the zodiac. I couldn't think of the moment at the time. But yeah, Cancer or Virgo typically. That's what mother archetypes tend to be in any show or movie. Think about that. You go back and watch and keep that in mind. You'll see what I'm talking about. And this one here, by the way, my flies are hurting. Kill them, guys. I'm dying right here. Still jiggering, and all the good stuff. Jiggering. I keep saying that. I don't know why. Cancer or Virgo. Okay, so the number one thing here that she did, she was super trying to be protective, which both of these signs do. She was definitely trying to make sure that everything maintained a certain kind of level of continuity. Alright? I can't really go too far into the differences between what she was doing because she didn't actually give a whole lot of. She got airtime, but she didn't give a whole lot of information per se for airtime that differentiated herself from the two, aside from trying her best to not angrily take care of situations or blow up people or anything. That's why I take away from the Cancer a little bit, but to be more critical, condescending, and tell Nancy about how wrong she was, and that she knows she was doing some nasty things at the party when she was hanging with the boys, telling the lies and messing with Barbara and stuff. So those are the good key indicators regarding what she was doing in regards to trying to make things happen to actually have herself place a Virgo. So that's right now season 1. Would I be the same season 2? We'll find out. I know season 3. From season 3, yeah, at season 3, there's some things changes. Was it season 3 or season 2? I don't know. I can't remember. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that part. Okay. Our good friend Winona Ryder, Joyce Wheeler, in this show, man, she had a hell of a performance. I'd say it right there. She was an amazing actor in this. I loved her character. Very, very dominant. Very, very worried about her family, take care of things, and going above and beyond it to make sure things are fine. That's why in this situation, this is the one archetype that I could see her being a Cancer, not Virgo. Her role was not Virgo-ish at all. I'm kind of saying her whole point was trying to find her babies, trying to bring things back to normality. And that right there leads heavily towards Cancer over Virgo. But in this one, though, I did not put her in that. I put Mama Joyce in Scorpio. The passion that she displayed, the intensity that she went through, everything, nothing could deter her from thinking that her son was okay. She kept trying her best to dig for more information. She kept trying her best to try and make everyone believe that she was telling the right things, to get people to follow her cause, to go try to find her baby. Now, I can't say at all that I can't say a woman or male will not do that, but right here, sometimes only her, those traits are prominently heavy in Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio there. Loved it too. Love the acting. Love her acting there. Good friend Nancy. Did I say Joyce Wheeler? Joyce Byers. Nancy Wheeler, okay? I forget what I have her at. I have to take notes for this one. Bam, okay. Okay. Interesting. I had her this one because she's very, very quiet, keep to herself, mentally intuitive, kept her thoughts and her thoughts to herself, kept to herself, and she's actually a very quiet, nerdy girl. You're on the outside, so it does take away all fire and air signs right from the rip for a female. Not very flamboyant, not very showing anything too like out there. So I'm gonna put an earth or water side, alright? I was thinking, I'm not gonna be on the bush too much. I was thinking between a Capricorn, thinking Capricorn is for her weirdness and shyness keeping too, but everything about that did not take too heavy into it because unfortunately I said going backwards, I used from like season 2, season 3, and applied to here to see if I was seeing what it's saying. Her thing here is that she is detective mode. Get more information, gather more things, see what's right, see what's wrong, see what's going on, what she needs, and that right there put her heavy into this category. She even though she was doing the things she was doing, she was falling into things in a very slow pace, very mental. They already do a lot of thinking, and we dig for information. Scorpio. Scorpios have run wild in this season 1. Goodness. Maybe just to show us in general. I can't talk about that. Officer Powell. Did I have him anything? Yeah, I did have something. He was a little easier than Officer Callahan. The reason being, like I said, he was very cold, very serious. Not cold, I shouldn't say cold, very reserved. Very reserved, very serious. He kept trying to stick to the facts. He was more about doing his job the right way than anything else in the situation. You know what that means? Bum, 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 bum. Cappy, cappy. Make that nice, quick, and simple. He didn't have a whole bunch of airtime to do a lot of things, but the airtime he did have, everything leaned towards him constantly being the officer doing the officer things. Our good friend Scott Clarke, Professor Scott Clarke. I don't know if he's professor or not, but they call him that. Teacher. He was a teacher at school. He was a good friend, a good teacher for our good friends at the boys. He was a leader of AV club. I guess he did science. I forget off the top of my head. Maybe biology. Not sure. But everything here, that's it. Weird, so awkward. He has a girlfriend. He did his little funny scene. But the best thing about that, alright? The best thing about this, like, he didn't have too much airtime, but every scene he was in, he was doing some nerdy shit, which would maybe lead towards Capricorn. He was doing some social awkward-ish, again leading towards Capricorn. Even with his girlfriend, that was some funny awkward scene. But the biggest thing though, he was wise beyond his years, and he always turned a blind eye to the boys, regardless of whatever they said to him, and he always constantly tell them how to do things, show them how to do things through experiences, and how, like, the kid, he was in the middle of, like I said, a hot date. The boy called him up. He said, yo, how do you put a pool together for this kind of stuff? He said, you know what, I'm a little dry and busy right now, but I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to do it step by step, how to do this. Make this big ass pool for a sleep bed, mental thing. I can't even think of what it's called right now, but that. He told him how to do that. No questions asked. Looking the bright side of things, seeing the best of people, optimistic, our good friend, the wise scholar, teacher, Sagittarius. Final question. Oh, one was done here. Oh, our good friend, Steve. Excuse me, Steve Harrington. I like this guy. He did a lot of cool things, right? Because one thing really threw me off. his character was something else, right? Like, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush this one. This one, our good friend Steve. Look at his hair. Look at his personality type. He was the leader of the crew people, right? He was a popular guy in school. All the ladies dug him. All the ladies dug him, you know? Extra flamboyance, extra grease in his hair, had a car, had a cool kids, had a crew. Picking up all the ladies. Come on, man. Look at that lion. You hear his roar? Wow. He got beat up. Oh, man. I can't argue that. There's no question about that. He's definitely a Leo side there, right? Oh. Mr. Wheeler. Ted? What's his name? Ted Wheeler? Yep. I had two options for this one. But the number one thing here, the second one was just a waste. I don't know why I put that. I thought Libra, the other waste. He was definitely not a very talkative guy. He was very, very, very off hands, laid back, kept to himself, and let the wife handle most of the business. In regards to what we need to do, but he's a very stern guy. That is telltale traits of Aquarius. Telltale traits. Alright, that's exactly what it was. I can't think of anything else he could possibly be. So that's what he is. Let's say I thought of Libra for a second. That was stupid though. I don't know why I thought of Libra. Could definitely family man, but not family man. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, our good friend, Mr. High-League champion. Was it 1983? Yeah, 82. No, 1982. High-League champion. Will Byers. So, Will Byers. Alright. And this guy I love. Because this one, again, this happened from later seasons, but then it just so prominently hard in season 1. Very about his friends, very about his circle. And then let's say you see in the later seasons how much more it is, but he's always about his friends. He didn't have too much airtime in this one, so we can't really say about how much about his friends, but he cherished everything. But he had a few scenes that he showboated that he was very about the caring, the homies, keeping things small, tight, and doing things right, and make sure that everyone kept constantly doing their friendly tough things. Ah, man. I don't think season 1 did it really told a whole bunch of what I'm about to say for this guy, but bam. Will is Cancer. I'm trying to think now, towards the end, how much more did he show he do? He was all about his brother. Oh man, I can't really give too much. Like I said, this one was really heavily based off, I think, season 2, season 3. And it led to this one, and I couldn't not unsee that through all the motives you're doing. So, nothing else screamed Cancer there. Nothing else screamed not Cancer. Even then, even when he was scared, he ran to his house, as most kids would, and then he went to the back of the shed to get a gun to take care of his house, take care of his home. Yeah, that's good enough for me at the moment. If you guys have any more things to add about that down in the comments below, what it could be, let me know. Because this one, I don't know, I can fight this one too hard, but it's definitely, going forward, he's definitely a Cancer. Right now, I can maybe see him something else, but he has such a little bit of airtime. He was just a dead body. And missing kid, like I said, High-League champion, 1982, 83, 82. It's 82 this year, yeah, 82. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys, keep that in mind. Alright, so that being said, this is the end of season 1's tier list for the signs. Sprinkled with astrology, Stranger Things. Alright, season 1. We had no Aries this season, and we had a sprinkling of these people here. The most prominent ones we had were Pisces and Scorpio. Interesting. Let's see if that stays true for season 2. I'll try to bring it out to you guys here soon, because I like this. I like these analysis things. They're very good. Give you something to think about, you know? So, like I said, if you agree with the list, let me know down in the comments below. If you don't agree with my list, let me know down in the comments below. Share this. Get some more insight for your friends. Talk about this stuff. Because Stranger Things is actually a very amazing show. Very amazing show if you haven't saw it. If you haven't saw it, watch this and go watch it. If you have saw it, watch this and go back and consider these thoughts as you're watching people do these things, right? Because that actually is a very, very, very cool thing that I love to do. So, on that one being said, I'm going to hit this save button here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, whatever. That's good. I'll finish up later. And, yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys thought about this. Like I said, this is season 1 Stranger Things. I'm going to go through to do the rest of this season 2, season 3 here coming up. And see how, if any character's archetype changes as time goes on. Because there's some shows you do, which I can't wait to do another show for that. I'll tell you about that some other time, though. You know, so I'll keep that in the hush hush. Alright, but yeah. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this one. Like, share, subscribe. Shirt in the description below. As always, my friends, be classy. Stay classy. Be you. Make a wish. Out.